I'd like to call the regular board meeting of the Taylor Board of Education to order at 6 p.m. Fields,
Here.
Moore. Is here. Mordarsky is excused or is not here. Morris,
He's walking in.
Okay.
Here.
Schufelt,
Here.
Westfall,
Here.
and Block.
Here.
Okay, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have the ceremonial oath of office for Mark Westfall. Come out here and do it. Sure, why not? Come on, we can make it. Repeat after me. I, Mark Westfall, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of office of member of the Board of Education of the Taylor School District, Wayne County, Michigan, according to the best of my ability. Very good. Thank you. Okay, we have some good news. And we'll let Kathy Fields handle the first two.
Thank you, Linda. I'm the ambassador for Moody and Randall, and they had some things that they were doing last week. Went to Moody, they had 101 days of learning, so they decided to make it 101 Dalmatian theme, which was adorable. Mrs. Hernandez was, what was her name? Corella, thank you. I don't have any young grandchildren. Was Corella, and her staff all participated. I didn't get a lot of pictures of all of the little Dalmatians because they were in class and I didn't want to disrupt class. She has a phenomenal parent involvement. Her PTO, I think that's up at the top, and then again at the bottom of the screen shows the parents in there making the treats and the popcorn and all this good stuff for the kids. When I was there, I really had a life lesson. When you sit up here and you work on the budget part and on the finance part and on all the problem part, you tend to forget why you're really here. And while I was there was a little one that came up to Miss Hernandez and was crying because they were hungry. And that just broke my heart. Miss Hernandez jumped to it right away, but what I witnessed was not only that child being fed, but I witnessed Miss Hernandez, how she handled it. She also lifted her spirits. So it really gave me a reality check to experience that at Moody. And she's got a lot of great programs coming up. The other one I went to was Randall. And at least with the 101 Dalmatians, I could stand and look, but on this one, there was no way I was jumping rope or even walking. They had, and I believe Who's online? Do we know, Linda? Jonna?
Oh,
One of the
Adam,
gym
are you,
teachers?
might be Adam.
Okay, I've invited one of the gym teachers who is working on these programs. They have such an awesome program. Well, two of them are going on now. So if you can unmute Adam so he
Yeah.
can tell us about.
Check for Scott Fisk as well.
Well,
Unmute
unmute
both of
both.
them.
Adam, are you there?
Adam or Scott, are you online?
Shauna said she unmuted Adam.
Does not look positive, so you're gonna have to do your very best. Kathy,
Okay, with-
My microphone does, there, can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was great to see Kathy and I believe Mark was there as well. They got to see the 100 Mile Club at Randall. We're in our 7th year doing the 100 Mile Club. Mr. Fisk and I volunteer our time, and we have some parent volunteers also. The students start usually in mid-September, and they track their miles 3 mornings. We walk, run, or jog either in the building or on the blacktop outside, with the goal of reaching 100 miles by the end of the school year. So the last couple of years, we've even brought our students that reach 75 miles or more to the June school board meeting to get their certificates and gold medals. So it's a fantastic program. Currently we have 30 students participating. We have one student already at 80 miles through for the year, and a bunch that are pushing around 50. So the 100 Mile Club is a national program. At 25 miles, the students all get a T-shirt that says, it says 100 Mile Club on the back. At 50 miles, they get a gold pencil. 75 miles, they get a rubber wristband and then a gold medal and their certificate when they hit 100 miles. So the students really enjoy it. It's nice when we're inside at Randall, the building is quite large. So when they go end to end, it's a quarter of a mile. And we track it with popsicle sticks. Each time the kids come by, they get a popsicle stick and we count them up at the end. They do a real nice job encouraging each other and pushing each other to succeed. So like I said, we're in our 7th year with the 100 Mile Club. So we do 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And we've got now a couple of students that reached 100 miles as 3rd graders, reached 100 miles as 4th graders, and our 80 miler this year will be his 3rd year reaching 100. So it's a fantastic program, and it's really good to see the kids succeed in the morning.
audio back on.
No, I think you still
Hey,
there?
Adam.
I'm still here. Yep. So,
Thank
yep.
you. Wait,
No,
see,
no,
there
no,
might be a
he's gotta talk
question.
about the jump rope one, and I think I have pictures of that too.
Okay. Yep. Multiple buildings in the district, Randall included, participate in Kids Heart Challenge, which again is a national program that benefits the American Heart Association. So it's fantastic for the kids to do a little fundraising and learn about being heart healthy. So they're raising some donations like I said, for the American Heart Association to benefit those that maybe aren't as heart healthy or have some heart issues. So it's great. Years ago, it was called Jump Rope for Heart, which anybody that's been around for a long time like me might remember. And it was focused on just physical activity. Now that we're switched to Kids Heart Challenge, they talk about physical activity, but also eating a healthy diet, drinking plenty of water, getting lots of rest, and then even a component of hands-only CPR. So Mr. Fisk is doing a great job promoting that at Randall. I believe he had some goals set up along the way. They've got a $5,000 goal to raise $5,000 for the American Heart Association. So I believe he's got to dye his hair blue coming up here pretty soon. He's expecting a pie in the face, I believe, as well. Thankfully, he didn't ask me to volunteer for that one. So they're doing a great job with that. We've got a couple buildings in the district that participate in the Kids Heart Challenge. It's a really good program.
I just want to thank the two of you for all you do for these students and Ms. Mazeros for the leadership I've seen that she's done. So keep it up and I'll keep aggravating you.
My pleasure. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks.
Yep.
Wonderful. All right, Kenyon Elementary, that's me. I just wanted to mention I went on the DIA field trip with the 4th and 5th graders, or a few 4th graders, because it was a split in the 5th graders, and it was fabulous. Those kids were the best behaved kids of everybody in the museum. It was fabulous. It was kind of funny though, because by the afternoon, and we were there for half a day. By the afternoon, all these kids were just exhausted and sleeping on the bus on the way home. So it was really kind of funny because I was tired, but I'm old and ill. So anyway, just wanted to mention that. Okay, we have this is you, Mrs. Shufelt, the agenda.
Moving on to the agenda, board and discussion items. Is there a motion to approve revisions of the agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Moore. Is there a second? Support. Support by Ms. Fields. Ms. Moore.
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky.
Yes.
Mr. Morris.
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall.
Yes.
Ms. Black.
Yes.
And Ms. Fields.
Yeah.
That passes 7. Back to you.
Okay, discussion items. We have an overnight field trip request to Howell Nature Center. Is there any discussion? Oh, you heard
Yes.
talk about it.
Yes.
Didn't know that. Go ahead.
So I'm Kelly Jesu from Taylor Parks.
I recognize you.
Tina Fletcher from Taylor Parks. So the purpose of our trip is for the kids to experience classic camp traditions. They will also have an opportunity to learn about animals native to Michigan, as well as how the center is working to save that wildlife, and also to work as a team.
Thank you. And I did know that.
Yeah.
So Shauna's very efficient
All right,
that you were there to speak to that.
fifth grade.
Any questions of the board?
Is this the usual destination for our 5th graders?
Yes, it has been for
3 years?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, move on to Tricia Nichols, are you here to discuss the next one or you were just there? No, that one's done. Thank you. Any discussion on that one? I'm confused.
Fred Nichols, if you're online, if you can raise your hand for Shauna, please.
Oh, right here. Got it.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, I'm Tricia Nichols, a 5th grade teacher at Holland. And we also go to Howell Nature Center. We started going in, I believe, 2018. And took a little break during COVID time, but looking forward to getting back. Last 2 years we were able to get back. But same as the one before, we learn about animals that are native to Michigan. Kids get to have a up close experience and get to do a lot of team building and build lifelong memories.
Thank you. Any questions of the board? No? Thank you very, very much, Mrs. Nichols. Appreciate it. Okay, we have overnight field trip requests, the students learning students. We have Amanda, and she should be online.
Amanda, if
Don't
you're
say-
online, can you please raise your hand so Shauna can unmute you?
I don't see. This is the one that we discussed, last board meeting.
Yeah.
Are there any questions of the board at this point? Nope. Okay, we'll move on. Overnight conference request, MSBO conference, Mrs. Hill. Or Dr. Hill, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I am requesting attendance to the MSBO conference. It is professional development required for the CFO certification needed to be maintained for my role. And the information shared at this conference is needed to keep the district in compliance with the many changing state and federal laws. At this particular conference, there is a pre-conference for finance, and then the sessions, positive arbitrage, budgeting in today's landscape of state and federal funding, allowable expenditures, and accounting and auditing updates over the course of the conference.
Thank you. Any questions of the board? Thank you. Athletic facilities. No, I'm not talking about that.
Shall we wait for public comment?
Well, is Gary Kent coming?
Sean's calling right now to find out if we got second drivers. Yeah, so if you want to jump down to hospital.
Sure, we can do that. Yeah, we'll move, skip over. I'm sorry? Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Ross. And talk about Parent Square.
Good afternoon, John Ross, IT Director. So I'll go straight to my second slide here. We're talking about Remind and Parent Square. Remind was there was a Remind acquisition that was announced back in 2023, where Remind was purchased by Parent Square. The quick and dirty is that Parent Square wanted certain things that Remind did very well. And Remind is our classroom notification tool or communication tool. So teachers use it to communicate with their parents. And then the schools also use it to communicate with their whole, all the parents throughout the school for things like snow days and stuff like that. So it's a good communication tool, but Parent Square is also a communication tool that does a lot of other things. They just wanted little pieces of what Remind did that they did very well. So after they purchased them, they simply just said, no, we're not going to push anybody into going to Parent Square quite yet because they're still two very different products. Well, since then, they've taken all that best of breed technology that Remind has and has brought it in-house to Parent Square. So they've done not only increasing their Parent Square functionality with their main product called Engage, which is now their classroom communication tool, but they also have communications between Smart Sites, which is their website building tool, and Engage, which is the classroom communication tool. So just getting right into the cost of all of that combined, you can see that there's a one-year cost of close to $39,000. But that includes a couple one-time costs of $750 and $3,000 for things like onboarding and content migration from our old site to our new site. The Engage piece, which is the one-to-one of Remind going into Parent Square, That's about $24,000 annually. Now that's about a $2,500 a year increase in comparison to what Remind was, but there's going to be a whole scope of new add-ons that we get that we'll get into really quickly. But the lowdown on that is that we're also getting a tool that they're going to eventually force everybody to go to anyway. Smart Sites, however, is quite a bit of a savings over what we're using now for our web building tool. So when we combine both products together, we actually see a cost savings annually of $11,500. So next slide here just kind of goes through some of those some of those perks of having Parent Square purchasing Remind and then becoming a large classroom communication tool, plus a lot of other things, including a website builder like we have now. So again, it takes the website, combines Engage and social media all in one. One single post can now go out to the whole school, social media, and the website. So it does make it a little bit easier for us to communicate with our parents and the public. It does have an API for our communications with MyStar, which isn't something that we have now. So we get more information into the system, more accurate information, and we don't have to do some of the manual processes that we have to do with Remind. And one of the big pluses for EL is that there's a two-way communication tool. So if you, let's say you're a parent and you want to call your teacher, your student's teacher, you give them a call through the app. It then translates it into 190 plus different languages, and it goes back and forth. So they're communicating with natural speech back and forth as best they can, and the tool's doing that for them. And then everybody gets a dedicated phone number so that they know it's Taylor Schools that's texting them. So it's just a text communication if they want to do that between a teacher and a parent, which is quick, and many people prefer that over older methods of communication. It also has an add-on of a newsletter builder. So think if you've ever, if you know anybody that's at a district that uses the tool SMORE to build these really bright, beautiful, vibrant newsletters, those things are already included in this. That's kind of part of what Parent Square had before the acquisition and something that they do very well. They even have their own little Facebook-like platform, but it's just for parents of that school to keep up with the goings-on of that school. Another add-on that Parent Square has is forms and e-signatures. This is great for things like permission slips, for field trips, let's say, and they can just put out a, they can put that form out there, send it to all the parents of the class that's going to be going on a field trip, and then they can sign it right there, and that field trip form is signed. We can also manually say who hasn't signed it yet and send it out to anybody who hasn't signed it without having to send it to those people that already have. And a couple other add-ons that you can see are things like appointments, volunteer signups, event RSVPs, there's calendar integration, and again, there's that website integration that I talked about earlier. So it all kind of makes it one encompassing communication tool between our website, our district communication, our classroom communication, and also has a social media tie-in as well. And my last slide is literally my last slide. Does anybody have any questions? How was it? 5 less?
Too late, you lost money.
Okay, public comment regarding, oh, that's right, sorry. I get confused easily.
In Zoom.
Oh, you got it on the phone?
Hi, good afternoon.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry about that, little technical difficulties. My name is Gary Kennan with Plant Moran Real Point, here to provide the award recommendation for the 2021 Taylor School District Athletic Renovations Package. This award recommendation is a mutual effort between Plant Moran Real Point, the Taylor School District Administration, District Legal Counsel, and the collaborative who is the architect for the bond program. On December 13th, we issued an RFP to 5 construction management firms for this project. We received proposals from 3 of those firms on January 10th, and the following days were reviewed by the project team. On January 12th, we conducted post-bid interviews with those 3 firms. In conclusion of those interviews, we evaluated firm capacity, resources, project team experience, proposed fees, and cost. And the conclusion of those interviews, the bond team is recommending Saxy Construction for the construction management firm for the 2021 athletic renovations package. Saxy's initial contract amount is $630,407, which will be inclusive of all their fees and costs, with the exception of their CM fee, which will be a percentage of the cost of work, which is proposed 1.95%. The following pages, on page 4, you'll see a breakdown of the 3 firms that submitted proposals. It was Braun Construction, D. Maria Construction, and Saxy Construction. You'll see their pre-construction hours, their construction hours, and their billable hourly rate schedule, as well as their CM fees and total estimated construction services costs. Based on the bid amount that went out and the estimated cost of the project, the total estimated construction services cost will be $815,000. Again, we will finalize that once we get construction costs and bids come in. We'll formalize their fee. And then on page 5 through 29, you'll see the proposal form from Saxy Construction, which outlines their project approach, their team structure, and the proposal forms and their project schedule. Any questions on this award recommendation?
Oh, thank you, Mr. King.
Thank you.
Mrs. Moore,
Yes,
I don't have a question for him, but I do have a question, and I noticed Jack walked in, so can I ask it?
absolutely.
I understand that there are sewer issues at Holland. Can you come up, Jack, please? And that the toilets are backing up into a sink or into,
Yeah, we're having an issue with the plumbing in the new addition. We had our plumbers over there. We pulled, Patrick knows a little more about it. We pulled all the toilets. I mean, we've done everything we can do. We cannot find why it's backing up. I did reach out to Mr. Kent and they sent us the drawings. And we also received the drawings for, well, the cleanouts are.
but when I talked to you last, you requested those drawings last week.
We
When did
did.
you get them?
We did. Yeah, we got them yesterday or Monday night or yesterday.
So this issue's been ongoing for this whole week.
Yes, and we reached out. I did have a conversation with Rich from the collaborative. He called me and we're working on it now. I'm not sure when Braun's gonna have their plumbers out there, but our plumbers have done everything we can. We can't. I know Patrick said he was just there today and he accidentally flooded a small bathroom because he wanted to make sure that to see if it was corrected, and it's not correct.
Kathy, can you explain to the full board so that everybody knows exactly what's happening and all
Well,
that?
I had gotten the call that there were
This isn't really the conversation that we're having.
well, I asked if I could ask a question. This is the answer to my question.
Shouldn't it have to be about
It could be.
talking about though?
But you're going into public comment, so we're not talking about anything.
Yes, this is a
Because Gary was
discussion
talking
item. Comments from the board?
We can wait if you want to wait. I find it a health issue. And I would like to see something done.
Talk about it or know about it, not what I'm trying to say. But the topic at hand that we are talking to discuss is the athletic fields. And that would be something that we would be discussing at a different time is my.
Yeah, we would have to wait. It would probably be better just to wait until general public comment, but like not the one addressing the action items, but the regular public comment, yeah.
Yeah, during the board member comments. Or general, after general public comments.
Go away.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Okay.
Well, we were done with him and I wanted to get it before there was public comment, so, but it doesn't matter, that's fine. He'll stick around.
I'll get an official ruling for future from Robert's rules here and so we move forward because I tend to believe it probably should have waited, but anyway, it's okay. All right, we have public comment regarding any of the items on there.
On the agenda.
Okay, let me read the statement. Welcome everyone to the Taylor School District regularly scheduled board meeting, where our mission statement is to educate, engage, empower those we serve. And our vision statement is that we will be the innovative destination district where all succeed. Thank you to all of you who can be with us tonight. We understand the importance of continuing to keep you informed and providing an opportunity for you to be heard. Public comment will begin with those in person and then move to our online audience. For those in person, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. After the in-person comment, our online audience will need to find the raise your hand symbol for our moderator to recognize and unmute you. Please take into consideration common courtesy. Refrain from any personal attacks and keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. We will provide and assist with timekeeping, so each guest will be able to monitor their own time and know when to conclude. So all who wish to speak will have an equal opportunity to do so. As a reminder, if there are any questions at this meeting or by some other avenue, Superintendent Wager or his designee will work on getting those answers in a timely manner. Please note, this portion of the meeting is reserved for comments regarding business discussed on this agenda only. There will be another opportunity for comments later in the meeting for general comments. Thank you.
That was a long one.
A mouthful.
All right, so I have two. The first one is, and I didn't know this one, the Parent Square. I know, John, you're still here. What was the cost of Remind before? Are we saving money by going to, I know we're getting more things, but are we saving money? And I thought I heard you say $11,000 was the savings, but we were getting more for it. So I was a little confused.
John, you can address this. It was my understanding that it really was encompassing 2 different programs. And in the end, what's the net? I don't recall. Thank you.
Okay, and that comes out of general fund, correct?
It's a savings?
General fund, okay.
Yeah.
So that was my one question.
Yeah.
The second question is, what I understood, and it's kind of hard sometimes when people are talking online, the total project cost is going to be $815,000 for the athletic facilities?
I think
Go ahead.
That's what it sounded like he said, and I thought there was like so much.
it's not the total cost, I think that's within for the construction manager themselves. That's the cost.
It's the cost of the contract we're going to be voting on for that individual.
So the
Sure.
815 is for the contract man.
Plus everything else. Yes, this is a chunk of it.
The athletic fields, this is just their portion.
So, and that was my next question. It is still 11 million, correct, for the whole
Correct.
facility? And this is a go. It has not been denied. You guys haven't put it off and want to pay the fine and all that kind of stuff, right? It is a go. It will be voted on
Stay
tonight.
tuned.
Okay, so I would like to make my opinion and say go for it because our kids need this. You know, I mean, you look at the high school right now, pulling around the parking lot is terrible, you know, and so we need to do something for our kids. And that's what you should be doing. So please vote yes.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else wishing to address the board?
Hi, Jennifer Ferguson Behringer, 23636 Irving. I want to say welcome to the school board. So
Thank you.
it's nice to have you and hopefully you can help us out with this.
I'll do my best.
So my name's Jennifer. For those of you who don't know me, I'm extremely involved in the district. I have been since my kids were little. I've got two that graduated a couple of years ago, one that's still in the district that's a junior this year. I am also the vice president of the Taylor High School Music Boosters. I'm extremely involved with the band and everything that's happening with marching band. This is Patty that's with me. Patty is our fundraising chair for the Music Boosters. I was also on the committee for the bond. I was on the committee as far as this athletic field renovations that we're looking at right now. Our kids need this. We need to make sure that our district puts our kids first. We know right now we don't have the money to build a new high school. We've looked into that. We've looked at it 20 million different ways. Right now with what's happening with tariffs, with the cost of everything that's going on, the supplies and everything, we don't have the money for a new high school. Our kids deserve something at this point. We've got a chunk of bond money that has to be spent immediately or we're going to get fined. Part of what's in here with the bond, we can only spend it on things that were in the original bond language. This renovation was part of what was in that original bond language. There's other things that we need to do in the district, but it wasn't part of the bond. We can't do it. Let's give these people something. We can't do the school. We've got to give them something. Look at our surrounding districts. Look at what we've got as far as their facilities and compared to ours. Our kids, when they're out there, whether I had a daughter that played soccer, we've got our football team, we've got our marching band. Do you know how many twisted ankles and injuries we've had because our fields suck? Or our kids that are playing ball that can't use our fields because they're underwater. This renovation fixes all of that. It's fixing the drainage problems. It's giving us a turf field for our football team. It's giving us a turf infield for the softball and the baseball fields. It's new dugouts. Everything is brand new. Tennis courts, we can't use the ones we have. This is brand new tennis courts. It's a new concession stand. It's real bathrooms instead of porta potties. This is huge. We owe this to our kids and to our community. We shouldn't be an embarrassment when we have to have something, or shouldn't have to switch to another school because our facilities aren't usable. Let's give them this, please. We need to make sure. Right now, our marching band, we've got 100 kids. We had 100 kids last year. That's the most kids we've had since COVID. We have a brand new band director that started with us a couple of years ago. He has grown this program. We need to, let's show this off. We've got an award-winning band. There are multiple things that we can do with this. Please just make sure these kids have been screwed over multiple times. Please don't do it to them again. If you're not willing to vote for this, and you don't approve this proposal, I want to know if each one of you that vote no are prepared to tell our students, our families, the taxpayers, why you don't feel they're important enough for you to put them first. And you're willing to waste more of our taxpayer money on avoidable fines and allow the district to continue to bleed students to our other districts that do put the parents, our students first. Please do the right thing.
Thank you. I think that Mrs. Berger, within the next few weeks, you'll see some decisions being made one way or the other. We're waiting on a resolution to bring down the bond money. And then this board will soon, I believe, make a decision on
Because I
what's
believe it's by
happening.
the end of the month that we've got, or else we face those fines.
Well, we need to vote on this tonight, but I think that in the next, short period of time, you're gonna see some decisions being made. People have asked for information. We've got given information. We're waiting on one more piece right now, and what those decisions will be, I can't tell you, but decisions will be made. So.
Exactly.
Thank you. Go right ahead.
Hi, my name is Patricia Makowski. I'm 23462 Calvin Street. She pretty much put it all as exactly what I would feel too. My little piece that I would add to it is the things we could do with these facilities, being the fundraiser chair. We go to these festivals and band conferences and all of these things, and we're seeing these amazing facilities, and we can't give the kids these. We can do so much more, bringing money in, having the families, community, see what we can actually do with a nice field. Because I know a lot of them bring in a lot of money with those festivals, because every school comes. And it's so sad because where we're set up on football games, we see the other teams coming back and forth from the field because we're all the way on the far left side. And we're a joke. They make fun of us. The field is, garbage. And it would be nice to actually be able to hold our head up high and be proud of where we're at. So thank you. Yeah.
With the fundraising. So we have just to piggyback off of Patty's, we have, with the band program growing, so last year we had over 100 kids. We've got more coming in this year. We don't have enough uniforms. So uniforms prices went up. They're something around $1,500 a piece for the uniforms. If we can do fundraisers and host our own festivals and these competitions and stuff here, Carlson makes like $15,000 off of hosting their festival. We can use that money by doing that here to pay for our program for our kids without having to come to the board and ask for more money. As boosters, like we do so much fundraising and spend so much of our time trying to support our kids. Everything we do goes back into these kids, but this would open up so many different avenues for all of our different athletics and sports and programs that we've got within the district.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Hello, my name is Jenna Mikowski. Due to me being a minor, I am not comfortable with sharing my address. I'm a student at Taylor High School. I have done marching band for 3 years, going on to 4. And as a student, I'm not very proud to say that I go to Taylor due to being called a joke. Personally, I feel that the field is very bad. I've hurt myself multiple times. I've never got a full injury, but I have fell because of the gopher holes that go onto the field. There is just multiple problems with it. We've had a hornet's nest in it one time where a bunch of kids got stung. And I have noticed when there are football games, a lot of football players tend to fall in the same spots that I've also fell at. And along with that, having turf, I feel that if we had turf, it would be a lot easier. It would cause a lot less injuries with marching band or just any sport that is on that field as well. We won't have as much problems as we do now. I also just feel that, along with my mom, I feel that having bathrooms and having bigger concession stands, because every time I have there's a marching band event, like football games, we don't have enough food. So the marching band kids do not get to eat, and we have to wait till we get home. And I don't like doing that. I feel that a lot of kids are very insecure about being at Taylor, and it can, sorry, I'm very nervous. Having turf, we could raise money for, if we have a marching band competition, we could raise money, and it could help us. It could help the whole entire school, not just band itself. It could help the school raise money, and it can help the band get better instruments, better uniforms, more props, and it can also give a better reputation. So we are no longer called the odd one out. It will also make everything better for everybody, for visitors and for everybody else. It can also help kids get the confidence of being at the school and have Taylor pride that a lot of people want us to have. It could just be better for, especially injury wise and just everything wise. I'm scared and I'm reading horribly.
Great job.
Even though the field that we have now has been leveled out, it still floods, still has holes in it. It still just has so many issues. And the field that is behind the regular football field gets flooded out all of the time. And us marching band kids, we still have to march on it, which our shoes are muddy. We've had just issues. Kids have lost their shoes
And those are
somehow.
expensive uniforms, as we now know.
Yes, we can damage a lot. And I really want to make this school a better place.
But could not, in my personal opinion, could not agree with you more, most importantly about the restrooms. They have nice regular restrooms.
It would be very
So,
much easy instead of a porta potty.
yeah. So thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right.
I'm Blake Berenger. I'm 16. I don't feel comfortable sharing my address. With all the turf and stuff, in marching band, when you're walking across the field, yes, it's leveled out, but there's still like gopher holes everywhere because the gophers are always just there. So you're walking around, you fall in there, you sprain your ankle. What happens, say our star football player running for a touchdown, they sprain their ankle in a gopher hole. What are you gonna do? Because we just didn't buy a turf field. Also, with like the with like getting the concession stands and stuff, as they said, we can bring in more money by hosting competitions because right now our field is too bad for us to host them.
Thank you.
Oh.
Anyone else in house? Is there anyone online or yep, nope, I'm sorry, I moved too quick. Which is unusual.
Hi, my name is Matt Morrow. Live at 25058 Darren Street, Taylor. Lifelong resident, 40 years, graduated from Taylor Truman. Played sports there. I also coached at the high school. My kids are juniors and seniors. They were looking forward to having this new high school, which we know has fell through. And they've been playing, you know, away from the high school for baseball for going on his fourth year. We haven't had a home field to call home. You know, we have a community that's allowing us to play there, which is very thankful for the Taylor North Little League that's supplied the field for us. But yeah, our kids have been let down time after time. And we go to the Woodhaven and Carlson and Southgate and Edson Fords, and they all have beautiful fields that are at their schools where kids can come and watch their teams play. You know, we're having issues with busing kids to the fields. You know, we're not getting that participation from our student athletes from other sports coming in and watching us play at our home field. You know, so it's been a hinder on a lot of us, trying to find field time, sharing it with other people, sharing it with other colleges. There's other teams that use that field. So we have to share our time, which cuts back on our improvement. So we really need this. It's important for the district, the community, because there are kids that are embarrassed to even be at Taylor. And I know kids that have left the district because of falling through promises. So we need you all to come together, vote for what's right for our kids, the communities, our taxpayers, and let's get this complex so we can improve Taylor and make people want to come back to the school that, you know, I'm proud of graduating from. So again, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Good evening, Kimberly Williamson, 10581 Birch, Taylor, Michigan. A little background, my daughter graduated in 2023. I was one of the parents that worked on the bond committee. I was also one of the parents, my daughter and I organized the cleanup for the high school back in 2023 that ended up resulting in Amber and Kyle using emergency funds to fix the curbs when they saw how bad it was at the high school. So I'm a parent that's been really involved over the past years. And I don't speak well in public, so. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight. I'm here to discuss a matter that I believe profoundly impacts not only the student athletes at Taylor, but also the broader school community. For far too long, Taylor has endured substandard athletic facilities which do not meet even minimum standards. These inadequate fields have not only put students in uncomfortable and often unsafe conditions, but have also contributed to feelings of embarrassment and ridicule. It's hard enough to be a high school student being the target of jokes from opposing teams, but about our fields only makes things worse. To provide some perspective, my daughter was a four-sport athlete, specifically when she played softball and soccer during her time at Taylor. Her entire junior and senior years, she never had the opportunity to play a single softball game at the high school. Instead, her home games were playing at opposing schools, Heritage Park and Kennedy. I want to express gratitude to the coach and parents who went above and beyond doing extra work alongside the maintenance staff to make the field usable at Kennedy despite its issues. However, even then, left field was roped off with the caution tape, and any ball that landed there was automatically declared dead. That's not the experience we should be offering our student athletes and was extremely embarrassing for all students playing. It wasn't just softball. During my daughter's junior year, her soccer coach injured their ankle on the field due to unsafe conditions, and referees consistently lodged complaints about the state of the surface. These issues didn't go unnoticed by opposing teams either. The students from Taylor endured ridicule and judgment simply because our facilities didn't measure up to basic expectations. The most heartbreaking moment came during my daughter's senior year when she couldn't play a single game on her home field. Her senior night, a memory that should be one of the proudest and most emotional milestones of her high school athletic career, had to take place in an opposing team's field. I want to thank Lincoln Park for their generosity in hosting, but I can't overstate how unfair it was for high school seniors to not even have a proper home field to call their own on one of their most important nights. I do, however, want to emphasize the strength and resilience of our student athletes. Despite these challenges, they achieve remarkable personal goals, including for some going on to play sports at the collegiate level. They thrived in spite of the facilities, not because of them. The credit belongs to the amazing coaches, teammates, staff, and families who work tirelessly to provide them opportunities. However, relying on the dedication and talent of individuals shouldn't excuse the lack of adequate facilities. Imagine what these students could accomplish if they were given the environment they deserve. Fields that are safe, functional, and reflective of the pride we should all have in Taylor. Student athletes lead to higher GPAs, state assessments, testing, college acceptance, graduation rates. It lowers absenteeism and lowers dropout rates. Overall, it enhances the academic performance and positive behavior. I urge you to prioritize investing in new or upgraded athletic facilities. These fields are more than just patches of grass. They're opportunities for athletes to grow, for communities to unite, and for Taylor to stand tall, proud, and ready to take on competition, not in spite of, but because of what we can provide.
Thank you.
So real quick,
Go right ahead.
this past year, we started with 1,500 students. We're down to 1,300 just over the year. These facilities might not make kids come to Taylor, but we could keep them there. Since my daughters played in Little League, baseball, club soccer, and AAU basketball, I could literally make a list of 100 children that went to neighboring school districts because of athletic facilities. Thank you.
Anyone else in person?
Chris Simons, Athletic Director, Taylor School District, 17074 Seacott, Allen Park. Obviously, we've been sitting here listening to the problems that we have with our high school and facilities. And with me being the position that I am, that I get the letters from the MSSAA saying my fields are unplayable and unsafe. I shared those with the higher ups in the chair in the fall. I've also worked with Pat and Jack, which have been working miracles for us. And I mean a miracle. I mean, just the staff that they have been out there trying to take care of all the bad things on that field. But however, there's only so much they can do. And, you know, if you're not on it every day, which we can't be, you know, like they said, you got the ground holes and everything. If you went out there right now, it's like, you can't repair that. So coming this football season, we might not be able to have our middle school games, high school games on the field. And we got soccer coming next week. You know, we open up with soccer and these girls are going to be on those fields. So I'm not going to drill. I mean, you guys already got the picture of what we're looking at. But what I want to talk to you is from the administrative aspect, is that the last 4 years, the Downriver League, we have been preaching that we're getting our facilities. We got a new high school coming. We got this. So the Downriver League and I basically know, okay, it's coming, it's coming. When I have to tell them that we have no more home fields that we can play at our home, they can vote us out of the Downriver League because they're taking on our burden by hosting all the home games. I mean, we got a senior night last year over at another place. I mean, because we didn't have the facilities. I mean, it is to the point where we need to do something. I got Taylor North, which I didn't want to bring up, but I am, that, you know, right now Henry Ford has offered to take our spot next year with a big financial set of money set aside that they were going to go ahead and be first in priority at Taylor North. That will put us at away games for middle school softball, middle school baseball, JV and varsity softball way, JV and varsity baseball way. And we have to play every game on home. Now, I know Jack loves transportation. He loves the buses and he does that. But at the end of the day, we're going to be facing a big liability of shipping our kids all around the downriver area. And we have to make this work. I do not want to go to the Western Wayne League, which is Romulus, Thurston, Robichaud, and whatnot. I mean, I get it. These guys, ever since post-COVID, we've been, trying to, we haven't been able to hold a track meet. I mean, it's something that we're running out of resources. You look out there, I mean, you actually got a pond that covers the whole field. Those fields will never be playable again out there. I've been here since 92. I started high school at Truman, graduated 96, went to college, got my master's at Central, came back and coached when I got done in 05. And I've been here ever since. That's almost 30 years. And I have not seen any major improvements on the outside. I mean, I know about being patient is one thing, but when you go to all these other schools and our kids come home, I make sure our kids get what they want. I find a way. And that's my job. I make sure our kids are the best dressed. They have everything every other school does, because I will find a way to get that. And we will find a way to get this outdoor facility built. So please, in your hearts, think about, it's not just athletics. You got PE classes that can go outside. You got 100 band kids. I mean, the population of the band is tremendous. 1,300 students. You got 100 band kids on top of the athletes. Everyone's in some kind of activity after school. If it's not sports, it's not band, it's the drama club. Those kids are run all over the place. I mean, we have things, but we have to be able to keep them here. And I hate seeing, when I coach a kid or I got kids that come to my summer camp and they know me as Coach Simons. I look, all of a sudden they go to Allen Park or a neighboring district and I ask, "Mom, what's going on?" I'm not mad at them because I understand why they took their athlete somewhere else. I do. I understand why. We need to stop that. I want to be able to give these kids, you guys just seen all these kids at the beginning of the day here with the running, the marathon, doing all the different things, the miles, all that stuff. Give those kids right there something to look forward to. Bring them on our new track. Let them see the new turf. Let them run on the field. That gives them something to look forward to, like a big brother. That's what we need. We need these little kids. Have you guys ever came to a biddy ball on a Saturday, for girls or boys season for elementary? 1,000 people in that gym over the span of 3 hours is what we had the past 19 weeks. And those kids all look up to our varsity boys basketball kids and basketball girls and let it be them. Just like the big brother. They get to see the court. They want to be a Griffin. We have to move forward and give our kids what they need.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
From the audience. Anyone online? One person? Okay. Doug?
Hi, I'm Amanda Simmons. I was here at the last board meeting. And so I just wanted to come back and ask for permission to do an overnight conference for my students leading students.
We discussed it. It sounds like a fabulous, more so last time. Sounds like a fabulous opportunity for our students. And
Yeah.
Here shortly. Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope, that's it.
Thank you. Okay, and it looks like we have someone else. Oh, I forgot to read my spiel here.
Oh, you already rolled it, still.
Oh, there's.
Should I wait for the spiel?
As mentioned earlier in the meeting, we will now open the floor for general public comment. The same guidelines previously outlined will remain. Oh, that's for the later ones. Oh, okay. So confused. Sorry. It doesn't take much these days. Go ahead. I'm gonna.
Am I
play
good?
Brian.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to hear online right now, so I apologize if I can't acknowledge you or anything. My name is Brian Wazorek. I'm in my 4th year as the band director at Taylor High, and I was also on the committee for the athletic field upgrades. I've grown the marching band from 43 members to 100, as previously mentioned, in that short time. Our band has continued to grow and has grown into one of our largest student organizations, as Chris had previously mentioned. We've upgraded our offerings now to include some electronic components into the band, which are more common with other high school bands today. This past year, we had a parent generously donate funds to purchase a generator that we used for all of our practices and all of our home football games just to run those electronics. Not having power at the field, the practice field, or the main field has created many issues for us. However, every marching band competition we attended or will continue to attend has power at the field and a turf field. Another item has been the practice fields in general. Not being able to use the main field to keep the field maintained and look nice for games. We have no way to view the students' formations. The upgrades would include a tower that would give us the ability to look from the sky, get a bird's eye view. And the turf field would also allow us to have more accurate formations as we base our spots off of the lines on the field. Having permanent lines makes it way easier for us and the students to get their spots. Not to mention, having a turf field would greatly limit the injuries that we've had, as some of my students had mentioned previously. One of the biggest benefits to the district has been mentioned already about hosting marching band competitions. I can't stress that enough, how important that is. And that would bring such positive light to this district and to this school. This brings students and parents from all other schools around the district, around the area, to our schools and puts a shining light on us. I know personally that we've lost at least one student to another district just because of the facilities. How many more could there be? I'm sure there's more. I very much want to thank our maintenance staff who work super hard with the stuff that they have just to get us by. They put in countless hours and resources just to make the fields as playable as possible. I'd also like to urge the board to help our wonderful athletic director, Chris Simons, to do his job to the best of his ability. He deserves top-notch facilities to get our teams in the best position to win. The marching band, this is my last thing. The marching band is one of the most visual aspects of Taylor High School as we travel all around Southeast Michigan and represent with Griffin pride. My hope is that the school board acknowledges this and acts on the need for these upgrades. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else online? Thank you. Yeah, technology gets me discombobulated. Action items, Mr. Schufel.
At the action items, action 1 is the overnight field trip request for the Howell Nature Center, policy number 2340 and policy number 8640. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the following overnight field trip request for Howell Elementary to the Howell Nature Center in Howell, Michigan, April 9th through the 11th, 2025. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Madarsky. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Ms. Moore. Mr. Madarsky.
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yeah.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 2 is an overnight field trip request for Howell, again for Howell Nature Center, policy number 2340 and policy number 8640. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the following overnight field trip request for Taylor Parks Elementary School to Howell Nature Center in Howell, Michigan, May 12th through the 14th, 2025. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Westfall. Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Madarsky?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 3, an overnight field trip request for students leading students, policy number 6550. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the overnight field trip request for Taylor High to Shanty Creek Resort in Bel Air, Michigan, March 14th through the 16th, 2025. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Moore. Is there a second?
Second.
By Mr. Madarsky. Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall.
Yes.
Ms. Block.
Yes.
Ms. Fields.
Yes.
Ms. Moore.
Yes.
Mr. Madarsky.
Yes.
Mr. Morris.
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 4, overnight conference request for the MSBO, policy number 6550. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the overnight conference request for Edwina Hill to attend the Michigan School Business Official MSB Conference in Grand Rapids, Michigan, April 29th through May 1st, 2025. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion
Support.
by Ms. Moore and second by Ms. Fields. Mr. Westfall,
Yes.
Ms. Block,
Yes.
Ms. Fields,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Madarsky,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. That passes 7-0. Number 5, the athletic field, policy number 6320. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve to enter into a standard form of agreement between owner of construction manager and constructor AIA document C 132-2019 and AIA document A 232-2019 with Saxy's Construction Company with final terms to be negotiated by district legal counsel. Saxy's initial contract amount is $630,407, will be inclusive for all their fees and costs with the exception of their construction or CM fee. Is that construction manager fee?
Mhm.
Okay. Which is a percentage of the cost of the work and is proposed at 1.95%. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there a second?
No, it was.
Second.
Oh, Ms. Black, I'm sorry. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Madarsky. Ms. Black,
Yes.
Ms. Fields.
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Madarsky,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. That passes 7-0. Number 6 is the Parent Square, policy number 6320. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the purchase of Parent Square for our website and communication needs. The total cost of the purchase not to exceed $38,783.84. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Westfall. Ms. Fields.
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Madarsky,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall,
Yes.
Ms. Block.
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Next is the agenda for the administration. The consent agenda, policy number 0166.1 and policy number 6470. Minutes from the committee of the whole meeting from February 19th, 2025. Minutes from the regular board meeting of February 19th, 2025. Minutes from the special board meeting of February 24th, 2025. Minutes from the special board meeting of February 26th, 2025. Consolidated items, payment of current bills, certified, non-certified, and administrative reports. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Block. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Morris. Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Madarsky,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall,
Yes.
Ms. Block,
Yes.
Ms. Fields.
Yeah.
That passes 7-0. Linda, it's back to you.
Okay, next, items scheduled for the next agenda, the good news, student representatives, and as I mentioned earlier, I spoke with our, district attorneys this afternoon, and, we were gonna bring a resolution tonight, but it wasn't ready. but a resolution to sell the bonds. And that is the beginning towards our decision-making process. So stay tuned.
Can we clarify when you say sell the bonds, are we saying the 100 million okay.
Yeah, and I believe a portion of it, I believe we're gonna need for roofs. Although I'm not sure, Mr. Wager needs to answer that
Okay.
question or. So,
General comment.
general public comment?
Gotta read your book. Yeah.
Now I read it. All right. Okay, as mentioned earlier in the meeting, we will now open the floor for general public comment. The same guidelines previously outlined will remain in effect, and any questions at this meeting, Superintendent Wager or his designee will work on getting those answers in a timely manner. We will begin with those in person and then move on to our online audience. It's much more manageable. Right ahead.
Jennifer Ferguson Behringer. I just wanted to say thank you very, very much for listening and doing the right thing for our kids in our community.
Can I move this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good evening. My name is Stephanie Pratt, 24403 Hayes. I am here to make a request of the board. When the reutilization plan was tabled, I had asked if it was possible that the within district school of choice would also be reopened, since the reason it was shut was due to that reutilization plan. Filled out a form, got a call from Mr. Weger's secretary, we're gonna wait till May. And I said, okay, fine. And then the following week, my older son was talked to in school about making his schedule for his high school class. And then the week after that, I work at the preschool and we're sending letters home to the preschool families about where their kids are gonna go to kindergarten next year. And then the week after that, my younger son is getting field trip forms, permission slips about visiting the middle schools. So my concern is that there's going to be too many people who slip through the cracks if you wait until May to make that decision. So I'm just asking if you would please move that up on your priority list. I know when you had the nice lady here from the state school board, my husband and I were the only parents who came to the parent session to contribute information. I'm very afraid that instead of talking to you or putting faith in the board, parents are going to say, if I can't get the school I want in the district, I'll get the school I want outside the district. And as I heard a number of people say in regards to the fields and the athletic facilities, we can't afford to have any more of these families leaving. Taylor is a district to be proud of. And I'd like to see us keep the families and the students here so that they have a chance to be proud of that. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. And I'm not in charge of the scheduling of that. So maybe somebody, Mr. Wager will see this and Ms. Graham, make a note. Okay. So I don't have the answers for you, but.
Also, thank you for participating in the strategic planning process.
Very good. Anyone else? And anyone online? No?
Not yet.
All right. Any board member comments?
Can I bring up
Mrs. Field.
Holland now?
Yes, you may.
Yeah. I was informed about the Holland issue when I was visiting some elementaries. So I did contact Jack and asked him to be here tonight so he could, address it. Because that to me is a health issue with these little people. So what are we doing to make sure when you flush a toilet, what's supposed to go down goes down and not comes back up?
Right. Like I said, we did, as soon as we heard there was an issue, we sent our plumbers over there. We did a bunch of investigating. We ran our cameras, we ran our snakes. We cannot find where the blockage is if there's a blockage. I know it drains, but it drains extremely slow. So we reached out to Plant Moran and the collaborative, Rich from the collaborative. I did speak. Gary did send me the plans to show us how the drawings, how the pipes are ran and where all the cleanouts are at. We sent our plumbers back over there. They still can't find anything. So Rich called me because I believe Gary is out of town for a family thing. So Rich contacted me. We had a conversation. He sent me over some extra plans. He said he was going to contact Braun Construction to find out when their plumbers were coming out. I just received notice that they will be out by the end of the day, Friday. So hopefully, I do want my plumbers there because if this is going to be an issue, I want to make sure that we know what we have to do to take care of the problem if it ever arises again.
Okay, will you contact someone
We
if it's
know
not
that's
taken care of?
Absolutely,
This is a
absolutely.
health thing.
Yes. And I do know the rest of the school's fine. We don't have any issues. It's just the new addition. Yes.
Again, with the same construction company.
Right.
Now kids are not going in that area now?
There
to
are
use the
students in there.
restroom?
There are students in there. We shut everything down. So now they cannot use the
Yeah,
restroom. They have to use the
Kind of
restrooms in
plan.
the old
If
addition.
The other
Yes.
restrooms work, I just shut that
Yeah.
one down.
We did shut those down.
Yeah.
They gave you some plans
Yes.
where all the plumbing is rolling into. You've gone through all of those pipes, so it's not within our, would it be like a county or a city thing?
Well, it's just outside of the building. We just don't know where. It's not in the building. So we're not sure. We really don't know, but we do know the rest of the building is draining fine.
So it's
So-
possible it could be a city of Taylor issue.
It's possible, but until we find out, I mean, there's.
Because we have multiple feeds into the city drain.
We do. And we have multiple
Okay.
cleanouts. We've opened all the cleanouts. We've checked everything. We've ran our camera and we've gone 160 feet. That's as far as we can go and we can't find anything.
So I know nothing about this, but so inside the building, it's our problem. Outside the building, it's the.
It could be city or county. It
It's-
depends on
okay,
where
it's
it's at.
not the people who,
We don't know.
okay, just don't know any. Okay,
We just don't know.
I get it.
Yeah, I think it's still our problem.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering about the construction people, was something not, you
Well,
know,
it could
Right.
be- it
And-
could
was something not.
They
put
get
And we don't know if it wasn't tied in correctly
Yeah,
outside.
that's
We
what I
just
was
don't know.
thinking.
That part we don't
Well,
know.
keep us posted.
We sure will.
Yeah, and I would keep kids out of there for sure.
Right. Yeah, we shut them down.
Yep. Thank you. I tried to get you out of
Okay,
here
no,
earlier,
you're
but
fine.
they called me
You're
out
fine.
on it, Jack. Sorry.
Thank
I'm
you,
just
Jen.
kidding.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do have one comment.
Mr. Gerard, you need to come back up or you?
Oh, no. Oh, he's good.
Oh, he's done?
Just
Okay, go
general
ahead.
other public comment. I wanted to thank everyone who actually showed up today to voice their opinions on some of the items on the agenda. It helped make my decision a lot easier. So thank you for everyone who spoke about the athletic field and what you were wanting from your board and from the district.
Thank you.
I just wanted to comment on the in-district school of choice. I actually had someone talk to me about it last night. And before that, at a different public meeting, somebody pulled me aside and talked to me about that too. It really is a big issue. And we need to get that voted on, as she said, sooner instead of later. We can't wait till May. In fact, we shouldn't have waited this long. There's really no logical reason, I think, now to not have in-district school of choice. Because, and that's that's some terminology, but basically if you can go to this elementary school and there's an opening here, why can't you go to the other one? Because we're both in the same city. See, I'd like to have an up and down vote on that as soon as possible. And should have happened sooner, to be honest, but let's get to it soon.
I just want to thank the board for moving forward and approving the athletic fields. We had promised in just my short time on the field, we've been a new board 3 different times and have promised and taken back and promised and taken back. So I'm really looking forward to giving something back to our community and our students. And I think our community is going to be thrilled to actually see something finally happening. They were super excited to see the building go down because they thought the building was going up. And we took it back, ripped everybody's hearts out. My son is a senior. Originally, when this bond started, he would have been the first class to take part in our new high school and the first graduating class. So it's devastating to know where we should have been versus where we are. But moving forward is what everybody wants to see. So thank you, and I really look forward to finally giving our community and our district, our students, what they've been waiting for. They deserve this.
Thank you. Anyone else?
No,
We can get back to you on that.
we'll get back to you.
Get ones once you guys have them. it'd be
Yep.
nice to be able to share.
I didn't remember she had.
Absolutely.
Now that we have the construction manager, we have to go back, kind of lay everything out, and they'll let, you know, I'm sure they're gonna put together those committees, to kind of discuss everything.
For the building.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. If that's,
we're talking about, she was asking about timeline for the athletic field.
oh, okay. They don't have to go back, do they? I'm sorry, I'm just
Not necessarily talking about too, but just
getting
like,
educated.
communicate with the collaborative, whatever.
Yeah, okay, yep.
First has to see if you could, you know, make great arrangements for them to get in, start the building, where we can move. this
Right,
stuff.
those types of things. I thought you were meaning designing, you, okay, I see, just the move forward stuff. Okay, that's what, because that happened before my time, so I think, we don't have to go back and design it now, do we? So, okay, well, thank you, and thank you for clarification. Anyone else? Would entertain a motion to adjourn? Motion by Schufelt. Support by Fields, Murdarski,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Schufelt,
Yes.
Westfall,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Fields.
Yes.
Moore is yes. Here is 7-0, adjourned at 7:21.